Alrighty, y'all, we just hit 1,000 subs. So first off, huge thank you to everyone who's been watching, liking, and roasting Gaijin in the comments. I'm hyped as hell for this one because today we're going to be talking about 5 jets War Thunder needs before we jump into the 5th generation stealth fighters. Plus, I've got one honorable mention that could completely change how top tier is played. Make sure to put down in the comments vehicles that you want to see because I'm not going to be covering every single jet here. There's a lot of jets that need added, but these are my top 5 that I absolutely want. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Starting with number 5. We have the legendary F-18 Super Hornet. Think of it like the Hornet we already have, but it went and got heartbroken, hit the gym, and came back bigger and fucking meaner than ever. Bam. Just like that, you created the fucking Super Hornet. The F-18 Super Hornet has a longer fuselage, larger wings, more internal fuel, and most importantly, a much more modern avionic package. That means better radar modes, better missile integration, and even more ground attack flexibility. We're talking AIM-120 AMRAAMs for BVR, JDAMs for precision strikes, anti-ship missiles for naval maps. This monster can handle literally any mission Gaijin throws at it, and of course you yourself. While it may not be the fastest jet in the world, its versatility is where it shines. The moment this gets added, top tier is going to feel completely different, and it's also going to complement my future mention very well. At number 4, we have the Su-35. This is what happens when Russia takes the already insane Su-27SM and says more. It's got thrust vectoring nozzles for ridiculous post-stall maneuverability and an advanced Irbis E, I might be saying that wrong, Irbis E radar and the ability to sling the modern R-77-1s and I believe R-77Ms, which is impressive. In a close-in dogfight, this thing would outdance almost anything in the game currently. But it's not just a turn fighter, it also has BVR legs way beyond the Su-30 we have in game now. The radar could track multiple targets at once, and with Gaijin's current missile modeling, the R-77-1 would be a serious threat for long-range targets. The Su-35 would give Russia a proper 4.5 gen air superiority fighter without having to leap straight to the Su-57 Felon, and I think it would be one of the most fun jets to both fly and fight against if Gaijin can get the balance right, of course, which good luck with that. Coming right into the number 3 spot, we have the MiG-31. This jet is a legend for one reason: speed and high altitude fighting. That's actually 2 reasons. Anyways, don't mind the F-15 footage in the background. It's the only jet we have that's going to be close to the MiG-31s currently, so yeah. But we're talking a Mach 2.8 top speed, which, you know, might be a little bit faster, give or take, but, you know, we don't know that for sure. A massive Zaslon phased array radar and a long-range R-37M missile that can engage targets before they even know you're in the match. Now, it's not going to be winning any turning contest whatsoever unless you're fighting actual noobs, which, you know, is possible in this day and age. It's basically a flying missile bus, but as an interceptor, this thing would be almost unmatched by anything. In War Thunder, it could be a completely new style of just high altitude gameplay. Picture this: you spawn in, accelerate to supersonic in seconds, start picking off the enemy fighters before they can even reach their attack rooms. Sure, if someone drags you into a dogfight, you're toast, but that's the trade-off. The MiG-31 wouldn't just be another top-tier fighter, it would redefine how interceptors at that BR works. And the MiG-31, you're supposed to use your massive speed advantage anyways to outrun missiles and opponents. So we really could have a really good jet on our hands if Gaijin gives us this. At number 2, we have the F-14D Super Tomcat, which is the final evolution of one of the most iconic jets ever built, and potentially overrated in some people's eyes. but we're not going to dive into that. It took everything the earlier Tomcats did well and pushed it to the max. More powerful GE F110 engines for better acceleration, upgraded APG-71 radar for superior BVR tracking, and the AIM-54C Phoenix missiles, which the B already had, but it also had a newer Phoenix seeker head that was improved for electronic countermeasures, which is pretty cool. This would make the Tomcat a true threat at every range, from Phoenixes and long-range intercepts to Sidewinders and guns in the merge, which for Sidewinders it would of course get the AIM-9Ms, which the F-14B should have anyways, but you know, once again, Gaijin doesn't like updating their missiles on jets. And unlike a lot of modern jets, it still keeps that old school dogfighter with teeth feel, big swing wings, and a massive presence in the air, and that classic Top Gun energy that everybody feels when flying it. The F-14D wouldn't just be a jet, it would be a fan favorite from day one, just like the F-14A was, and just like the F-14B remains to be. Taking the #1 spot, we have the Gripen E. This jet is basically the future of lightweight fighters, small, fast, insanely agile, and equipped with some of the most advanced avionics you can put in a non-stealth aircraft. The Gripen E would bring the Meteor, potentially, and or the AMRAAM C and D models, which if we ever did see the addition of the Meteors, which I highly doubt because the game just isn't ready for that, it would make it one of the best aircrafts in the game, just let alone just off the missiles. Not to mention, it also comes with the Iris-Ts, which is fucking insane for close range. I mean, you already have the Iris-Ts for SPAA. Now just wait until we get it on the Eurofighters and I believe the Rafale fields them and the Gripens. It's gonna be one of the deadliest loadouts possible. It's the perfect top tier addition for Sweden and any player who loves agility and precision and loves to rat on the ground. And it will be a raw brute force. The day the Gripen E drops, expect top tier to turn into a missile playground because it's going to be insane. I mean, I didn't even mention the extra hard points that the Gripen E gets. It'll be able to carry a lot more missiles than you have on the sea, and that alone is just an amazing upgrade. And for the honorable mention that I mentioned earlier, we have the EA-18G Growler. It's not a pure fighter, it's an electronic warfare aircraft based on the Super Hornet. It carries the ALQ-99 jamming pods and is designed to blind enemy radars, disrupt missile locks, and make life hell for anyone trying to fight you at range with BVR or any missiles that aren't IR. If Gaijin ever actually adds real ECM mechanics like reducing radar lock ranges or spoofing missiles, the Growler could be a game-changing support aircraft. It wouldn't dominate in dogfights, but in coordinated squads it could tip the balance of an entire match. It's kind of the jet that would make top tier feel less like 1v1 duels and 16v16 massacres and more like actual team-based air combat coordination, which is something we desperately need. If you watched my previous videos of me ranting. So that's my pre-5th gen wish list for War Thunder, and the one support jet that could flip the whole meta. Hitting 1k subs is just a start, and I'm hyped to keep making content with you guys in the comments. Make sure you put down in the comments which jets you want to see first, because I may include them in the next video that I make on this, depending on how this video does. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and this was our 60, and I'll see you in the next one.